Hello and welcome. You're watching Newsx and I'm Megha Sharma. According to reports, a Ukrainian OnlyFans model was brutally tortured at a sex party in Dubai by rich Russians and left for dead with horrific injuries. The 20-year-old Maria Kovalchuk is a resident of Lviv, which is in Ukraine. She had traveled to Dubai in December 2024 for modeling opportunities. On 9th of March, she informed her friends that she was going to attend a hotel party with two men claiming to be model agents. She missed her flight to Thailand on 11th March and thereafter went missing for 10 days. On 19th March, she was found critically injured on a Dubai roadside with a broken spine, fractured limbs, missing teeth and scalp injuries. Kovalchuk was swiftly hospitalized. She had to undergo 4 surgeries. The severe head trauma she sustained resulted in significant memory loss. Although the Dubai police claimed Kovalchuk had entered a restricted construction site alone and fell from a height, her parents have rejected this narrative. They have cited inconsistencies and severity of injuries as evidence of assault or trafficking. The victim, who originates from Ukraine, claimed that she had been beaten by Russian socialites and the son of Donetsk businessmen at a party that involved alcohol and drugs. The victim alleged that they prevented her escape, confiscated her belongings and assaulted her when she fled to an unfurnished building. The Ukrainian police opened up a human trafficking case, suspecting that the victim had been lured into a potty party. These parties are notorious for exploiting attendees, offering payment for various degrading acts. Although the victim has faced memory loss, she has claimed that the Dubai police withheld a passport and delayed checking CCTV footage. As of now, she is recovering in Norway and learning how to walk. I have with me Ambassador Basuti Mukherjee. Ambassador Mukherjee, what a shameful, horrific, barbaric act that this girl has witnessed. There definitely have been attempts to cover up the situation, but it looks like with the videos that have been shared by the girl where she is giving her testimony, the number of injuries that she has incurred, the family at this point of time is also pressuring the government in UAE. It is pressuring the Dubai police authorities to look into the matter. Do you think it is possible that in time the girl will deserve the justice that she needs?
Well, Megha, it is a fact that many Ukrainian young women are the victim of horrific human trafficking, including in Dubai. And the kind of narrative that I read and that you outlined brings two very disturbing elements. One is that we don't know whether it was just Russians, or because it also says that they could have been children of rich Ukrainians who were also there at the party. This needs to be investigated, and it can't because the CCTV footage has been deleted. Secondly, the fact that she was the victim of human trafficking and then abandoned with such horrific injuries also shows cover up on the part of the host country. We can't get away from that. And these kind of parties, Dubai is famous for, or notorious for, I should say. And more Ukrainian young women seeking to escape the ravages of war in their own country are being trafficked in this manner. It said in the story that she missed her flight to Thailand. That is again another place which is full of trafficked women from these parts of the world where there is war, there is conflict, etc. Be that as it may, I pray that she gets justice. I hope that she can walk again. She said that at the moment she can only move around in her wheelchair, but she is learning to walk with crutches. She is young. Hopefully her injuries will disappear. But what she needs urgently after that is rehabilitation, including mental therapy to get over her trauma, and settlement in a country where she can forget this traumatic incident if it's at all possible, and to re-establish herself so that she can lead a life of dignity and freedom, if that at all is possible. Perhaps it would be possible once peace returns to Ukraine. But it is certainly a horrific story of human trafficking, and there have been such incidents in Dubai, in some other places in the Middle East I don't want to mention, definitely in Thailand. and in some of our neighboring countries, I don't want to mention. And usually these are young Ukrainian women who are offered an opportunity to leave the place of conflict and be and told that they will lead a new life. And when they come there, they find that it's a totally different story.
Yeah.
So it's very, very disturbing, and definitely needs to be condemned by every right-thinking person, not just we women in your panel, but everybody, including and especially the men who are seeing us, hearing us, and listening to us. Megha.
Brinda Adige is also on the telecast with me. Brinda, what a shameful, horrific incident that has been brought to light. But there must be so many women that must be going through this torture, because as per reports, these parties where women are degraded are held routinely in places like Dubai. And incidentally, there are a number of UAE clients that encourage this kind of activities in exchange for money. Now, how do we differentiate between, yes, this is, the OnlyFans website is where the portal is where this girl was listed in. We understand what OnlyFans is all about. Its legality, its legitimacy, illegal sex trafficking, all, and prostitution, which are the countries where it is legal, which are the countries where it is not legal. How do we ensure that women who find themselves in situation voluntarily or involuntarily is something we can keep aside for at the moment, but their safety and security is something that is paramount, but how does one ensure it?
One of the most important components or aspects we need to look at is trafficking and the international protocols of what the definition of trafficking is all about. We are not looking at women who might make a voluntary decision or choice into sex work. Let's not get mixed up with it. So that's a choice that women make to do sex work. Trafficking is luring, coercing, lying, cheating. And in this particular case, this lady says that she thought that it was a modeling assignment. And in this modeling assignment, she's asked to come to some place, and she went to that place. So there is the first step and the first ingredient for trafficking as per the international protocols of trafficking in persons, period. She's been trafficked because you've called for something, but you've got or forced that person to do something else. One. Two, let's also keep in mind that trafficking is the most lucrative business in the world. Most lucrative. And like Madam pointed out, countries in the Middle East is very difficult to make these complaints because they look down on women, and women who supposedly come in for these kind of assignments are not treated seriously as coming in for a job or coming in for a job interview. It's assumed that if she's come in over here, then she's been bought, and anything can be done to such a woman, and even the complaints by such a person is not taken seriously, and that is why the CCTV cameras, the evidence has also been wiped. So let us understand that this is not just traffickers sitting somewhere else, the bad men or the bad women. Trafficking happens because of official complicity. Different people are involved to have arrived, push this woman to this place, where a police itself is not listening to her statement saying she ran away from that place, tried to escape, went into a half-construction place. Now, they have used just that phrase to say she went into a place which she is not supposed to go, trespassing literally, and then she got hurt, she fell off from somewhere. So official complicity is what makes cases of this nature even more difficult for us to register. And let us remember that this is lucrative, very high amounts of money is involved, and very powerful people are involved. So women are never treated either with rights or with dignity or respect, and so their complaints are rarely taken into consideration.
Okay. Sham Sharif also on the telecast, maybe. Sham Sharif, a situation where the girl has been left to her own devices, and as was rightfully mentioned by Brinda, that there was a cover up that was attempted by the law enforcement agencies. There was a false story that was being peddled, but at this point of time, fresh information has been brought to light. The girl's side of the story has been revealed. Her videos have been released. They are circulating, and with the injuries that she has sustained, it goes on to narrate a different story versus the one that is being peddled by these officials, by these UAE enforcement agencies. Now, here's the situation. Is this case going to move in the direction where the girl will get justice, or is this just going to be in the headlines for a few days and is going to be wrapped up and forgotten, because the girl is not in a position of power? She does not come from money, she does not come from privilege, and here you're dealing with men who have spent I don't know, thousands of dollars to hire this girl for whatever XYZ reason. There was a party that they were holding. It's quote unquote a sex party that was being held. She was brutalized, she was assaulted, she was thrown on the street side, completely injured, unconscious. And this is a place that has happened in Dubai. And it's one more interesting fact, that up until a couple of days ago, there was a mention of some rich UAE clients whose names have now been withdrawn, and the report has been filed saying that there were only these Russians and Ukrainian businessmen that assaulted her. So where do you see this case going?
Well, as per the news that I have read, I have seen that even the Ukrainian government have initiated a investigating team over there. And if you say that where this matter would go, since we don't have any videos in this matter, as we have said, that after 3 months the video automatically just erases from the computer. So if in case there is any kind of AI software wherein those videos can be recovered, then the matters could go into a different direction. Plus, if you look at the story over here, it was said that she went missing, and then after 10 days her body was found, that she was injured and found on the road. So for that also you could say that if she was missing, so where was she taken, who all took them? So if the investigation is taken into a right direction, those 10 days will actually reveal a lot of things about the case. Even if they don't have the videos, but still a lot of story might actually come out. If she was in a hotel, so hotel also have different staff, people who can reveal a lot of things in this matter. Besides that, since it is an international citizen, so the pressure on the government would be a lot. And if you say that the matter might just be brushed up under the carpet, I don't think so, since the names that not names, but the persons who have been revealed are from the Russia and the Ukraine. The persons who were from the way their names have been taken back. So the government might act a bit fast, because if in case there were anyone from Dubai, they would not want their names to be involved. So to get over with this case, they might just investigate it soon, bring it to a story wherein the persons who are from Russia and Ukraine, their name comes up and the case gets over. This might be one of the way how Dubai can safeguard themselves in case anyone from their country is involved in this matter. But yes, since the Ukrainian investigation is there is international treaties also. There are international laws also. They have their own what do you call that, secret in investigation. So Ukrainian government would have their own ways to investigate the matter and bring out the facts in this case. But yes, I don't think so that this matter can be just brushed up under the carpet.
Okay, all right. I have with me Shruti Das Gupta as well. Shruti, situations such as this where women are already struggling in being able to get justice, and a case such as this of such magnitude that comes up, investigation taking place. The girl right now is in Ukraine. She's getting getting treatment for these brutal injuries that she has suffered. How do we ensure justice is given to her?
Greetings and thank you so much for inviting me. You cannot ensure justice to happen in a foreign nation when you have gone there on your own violation, especially when you have a track record of being an OnlyFans content creator, where the platform itself is meant for monetizing sexuality as well as objectification of women. So when you put yourself out there under those particular labels, you have become open and free game for anybody with a nefarious agenda. And that in itself is a very big red flag against her. What we are now able to understand through this case is that all that glitters is not gold. The city of gold, the golden city, Dubai, is not as glittery, as clean as you would like it to believe. It is all an illusion. Although in 1936, all prostitutions
An
were
illusion like that. I know of a lot of nefarious, illegal sexual activities that actually take place in Dubai. There are people who travel to Dubai and places like Thailand only to participate in such kind of activities. It's a known fact. It's not as if we have this false notion of what Dubai is all about. And therefore, I'm saying the cover up that was tried to begin with, there must have been some instances, situations such as this may have previously arisen as well with different other women. And how many of such women may have suffered on the hands of these rich clients who want to remain anonymous? And if something of the sort happens, perhaps if a girl dies, if there has been a brutal assault on her, a sexual assault on her, and they want to wriggle away, they just simply have to throw money and be done with, and wriggle out of a difficult situation. And I'm talking about Dubai laws. I mean, legally, I'm talking about UAE laws also is something that is speculative.
They can allow a woman, despite being legally equal, cannot travel without the permission of her guardian. So that is one particular position. And from there, I want to draw the parallel that in 2011, there was a case of Lee Bradley Brown, who had an altercation with a Dubai staffer, and he was later found dead in police custody. And till date, UAE believes that he beat himself away while in police custody. Nobody was held responsible for it. So if in the case of men, you cannot find justice, in the case of women, it will be even more slimmer. So something like this, when she has, of course, offered herself up, those 10 days, as mentioned by the advocate in the panel, are of very important observation. We do not know where she was, what was done to her, whether she was part of this porta potty camp that is there, and whether she participated in it or not. But she was definitely there, influenced by various means, fair and foul, to be there and participate there. And what happened beyond that is something nobody knows, and she is unable to speak for herself. So as of now, we can only assume that UAE will not be able to give her justice.
Master Mukherjee, what kind of powers does the Ukrainian government have if it were to get involved in this situation?
Actually, I had been told, Megha, that she is in Norway. She's not in Ukraine at all.
Yeah.
Secondly, she can use international aid groups for justice. Brinda would know more about it than me. She's very famous, as are the other two co-panelists on these issues. But I would like to just mention for Shruti's benefit that even if a person has been lured into a wrong direction and has willingly done something that is completely morally reprehensible, still that person, being human, is entitled to rule of law and justice, and such atrocities cannot be perpetrated on an individual just because she has taken a wrong step. We can't say that she deserves what she got, which would flow from those moralists who would then say that since we are saying that she shouldn't have got into this trap, then did she actually deserve what she got? No, she didn't deserve what she got. She did the wrong thing, as Shruti pointed out. We should work harder to ensure that such people don't get trapped, lured, or persuaded into these kind of situations. But if they do, and such horrific atrocities are perpetrated, we have to remember at the end of the day, they are all human, they are entitled to rule of law and justice. And if that justice is being denied to them because of where they are, and I agree, it's not just in UAE, it's in many other places where a woman cannot travel without a male guardian. There were some places, now it's been changed fortunately, where a woman could not drive a car, etc. But nevertheless, being a foreign national, she is protected by Ukrainian law. She is also protected by what we call in the UN international human rights law. And that is for every single human being in this world. And therefore, if such atrocities are being perpetrated, as we've heard from you, Megha, and from others on the panel, then the international community should also bring to the attention of the government of the United Arab Emirates or wherever else it's happening, that such incidents, particularly involving foreign nationals, are not acceptable, and that UAE then is in violation of its obligations under the UN Charter, under the International Convention on Civil and Political Rights, to which it is a dignitary, it is a signatory because I'm a human rights person, and on the rights of women. I don't know whether they've signed or not. I somehow doubt it, but definitely the UN Charter. They are a member of the UN, and therefore they can be told.
Fair enough. But then United Nations itself is limited by, even if it has the powers, it sometimes restrains itself from acting, as we have seen on a number of issues, geopolitical, economic, for that matter, human rights issues, what is happening in Gaza, and there is nothing really what United Nations can do at this point of time. But at the same time, I would definitely like to point out that if this girl was not a Ukrainian national, but say an American national, I think things would have been much different than they are, that they stand right now. Okay, I'm out of time. I thank all of you for joining me on the telecast and sharing your views